In order, we do have a quorum with Mr. Torres being absent. We will open the meeting with a moment of silence that you can observe as you so choose. Thank you, and if you now stand with me and join in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dr. Randall, I understand we have a student report.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. We have a student report, already learning from Seguin Early Childhood Center.
Presenting with the students this evening is their teacher, Ms. Lorena. I'm not going to even try it.
There we go.
Walk in the shape of a circle. Walk in the shape of a circle. A circle is a shape, it goes around and around. A circle is a shape, it goes around and around. It's like a pizza and a cookie, a ring and a coin. A circle is a shape, it goes around and around.
Great job.
Well, no matter what we do, it's going to be hard to top that.
They truly are already learning.
All right. All right, recognitions award. Dr. Randall?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, we do have some UIL solo and ensemble outstanding performance awards. The board will join us out front, please.
And Fine Arts Director Ramon Estrada is here to present.
Mr. President, Dr. Randall, ladies and gentlemen of the board, tonight it's my pleasure to bring forward for your recognition 2 students who were recognized over the summer by the University Interscholastic League. These students were selected as outstanding performers at the UIL Texas State Solo and Ensemble Contest. This remarkable achievement represents the pinnacle of musical excellence in our state. Of the 100,000 students participating in the regional contests across the state and the 25,000 musicians who performed at the state solo contest, only 310 students earned the distinction of being recognized as an outstanding performer, and 2 of them were ours. I would like the parents and the teachers of the students, when I call their name, to please stand. First, from George Ranch High School, Bryce Burkhart. Bryce is a senior trombonist in the George Ranch High School band. His college choice is still undecided. He is leaning towards majoring in engineering. I would also like to mention that he has the distinction of being elected the homecoming king at George Ranch High School this year. Bryce's parents are Brent and Elvie Burkhart. His band director is Mr. Darren Jordan. Bryce Burkhart. Next, representing Foster High School is Malia Nelson. Malia will be a 2017 graduate, Foster High School. She plans to attend either the Westminster Rider College or Oklahoma City University and major in vocal performance. She was a 2016 member of the Texas All-State Choir. She is also involved in the Foster High School musical theater program. Her parents are Chet and Kayleen Nelson, and her choir director is Mr. Jason Carson. Malia Nelson. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right. You've probably read most of this stuff, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. This speaks so well to the district. 75 distinction designations from the Texas Education Agency. That is fantastic. And what this says from the top to the bottom, it takes the entire district to do this kind of work. That's 75 awards, and that's 24 campuses that got these awards, so that is just outstanding. That's wonderful. Wertheimer grant. The English Department Chair Ginger Swartz at Wertheimer Middle School recently received a $4,000 grant from Dollar General Literacy Foundation. And Foster Culinary Arts, they got voted #1 culinary program in the Houston region by the Texas Restaurant Association, so congratulations to all of y'all. Also, a few months ago, the board decided to get some certificates of recognition, and there's so much great going on this year, but there are a few people that sort of popped up in front of the board that we want to recognize. Our first certificate of recognition goes to Curriculum and Instruction.
Ms. Vogt, the protocol is to come around.
Thank you.
This has been quite a startup here, and that's what brought this to our to mind. The other one is the next one is human resources. And the third one is the finance department.
Well deserved, girl.
We put that in place to recognize something really outstanding, and this year, the way this has started up has just been really outstanding. So we appreciate all the work that every one of you are doing. All right, do we have any introductions?
We do not have any introductions tonight, Mr. President.
Do we have any audience to
There are
patrons?
none.
All right. I would like a motion to approve the minutes from August the 16th special meeting.
I move to approve the minutes of the special meeting of August 16th.
Second to that?
Seconded.
Any questions, comments? All in favor? Aye, please say so. Aye. Need a motion to approve the minutes of August 18th, 2016 special meeting.
I'll
Go ahead.
I'll move to approve the minutes of August 18th of the special meeting.
I second.
Second. Any comments, questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Need a motion to approve the minutes of August 18th, 2016 regular board meeting.
I'll move, oh, go ahead.
I'll move to approve the minutes for August 18th, regular board meeting.
Second. Questions, comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Board member reports.
You want me to go first?
Charge on you.
Sure, I've got a lot to say. It's been busy since we last met, but Tuesday night we did have a technology meeting, and I just want a couple little highlights here that I want to say. We do have 4 agenda items this evening that we're going to approve. But a couple things popped out at me, especially since I'm a retired teacher. I think I would have liked this. They did something this year, summer maintenance, when they fixed everything in everybody's room. They left them a technology checklist to complete on their first day back. And this allowed the teachers to identify any remaining technology issues. And by doing so, they could correct over 1,300 tickets were created and 1,100 were fixed. So by the first day of school, most classrooms were up and running, and if there was an issue, the teachers knew about it. So kids came in, teachers got to teaching, which I think everybody appreciates all the way around. Also, the iPad refresh, we kind of touched on it the other night. This is going to be an agenda item that we're voting on. I'm thinking as soon as we finish, there'll be somebody out the door to get the get the paperwork going. And would you like to discuss exactly what happened to everybody? I'd love for you to give the details of how exciting this is, that 6,000 new iPads and how we saved so much money.
Well, due to some good timing and some hard work and relationship building with our vendors, we, with your approval this evening, will be purchasing 6,000 iPads, as Ms. Danziger said, first thing tomorrow morning to meet some timelines. And Apple doesn't discount hardly anything because they're Apple. But for this purchase, they're discounting our iPads $75 per iPad, which times 6,000 iPads is $450,000 in savings. If we get that PO out the door tomorrow morning, which we absolutely will.
Isn't that exciting?
Well done.
So, we will get that voted on as soon as possible, we promise. The other, last year they did 8 schools were piloted of getting the information into Skyward through computer. This year, all schools were doing it. And as of Tuesday evening, over 28,000 students their forms have been completed online with over 91%, which is exciting, and it saved 140,000 pieces of paper. So there's a lot of trees that are happy out there. And what was also good news, there are many campuses are at 100%. It's not easy. Parents come in, they come to their open houses if they haven't done it. I know the teachers and people are probably taking them to their computer labs to get it finished, but it's exciting to see this being put forward. And of course, one of the celebrations I know Mr. Steenbergen and I were at was the GROW project. And that was a 12-week program this summer that students did approximately 19 hours of the Waterford program. They gave out 200 computers, and 178 students completed it, and they all got a bike with a helmet at the celebration that we were at. And these little kids were so cute coming up on stage with their little hats and their diplomas, and then after punching cookies, they got their bicycles. Parents would have thought they'd graduated from high school. They were so excited. But it's fun, and it's another way that we're bringing kids in and getting them ready for school. And just a quick note too, besides that celebration, we did the summer school graduation, and over 40 graduates from the 4 different high schools. And then I know Ms. Kaminsky and Mr. Steamer and I did the speech tournament at Foster High School, well, the very first week of school.
Yes.
And those kids were ready, and the tournament was very well run, and kudos and congratulations to those schools that participated.
Yeah, you ought to participate in that because it makes you feel really dumb when you see these kids. They are really sharp.
That's all I've got.
No, yeah. I guess I have a couple of things here. From the facilities team meeting, the 2011 bond program, a couple of major items. Of course, the Fulsher complex is pretty well completed as of July the 1st. We had some water issues over there with the city of Fulsher, but has been resolved at this time, so that's good news. Also, the Ag Barn number 2, the contract with BLS Construction has been signed. Insurance and bonds have been received, and notice to proceed is pending approval by Fort Bend County Engineering, so we're moving along on those. From the 2014 bond, there is now a bond web page link from the district web page, which gives project information and monthly reports, so you can go in through our site and look at that bond web page. Bentley Elementary School number 24, it's coming up. Roof panels are complete, exterior wall framing is complete, and brick is progressing. Road and traffic signal work is ready to begin, and furniture equipment orders have begun. Lindsay Elementary School number 25, concrete floor planks have been installed in the main classroom wing, and steel erection has begun in the main classroom wing. Carter Elementary number 26, schematic design was presented to the board on Tuesday, and we'll be approving that tonight. Service Support Center schematic design has been completed, and costs are being reviewed to meet the budget. Practice swimming pools, design development is currently underway, and they've been applying lessons learned from the natatorium to incorporate in those projects. The baseball complex at Terry High School, bids for the baseball and softball dugouts and backstops were received, but they significantly exceeded the budget, so they're doing some more work on that, and they're now combining Phase 1 and Phase 2 and issue that for bids as a combined project, which should bring us in some better cost. The band hall additions at Terry High School and Mark Consolidated High School, we're reviewing the scope of the additions to meet budget with the building committee. Huggins Elementary, new parent drive and parking. Construction started after Labor Day, and the anticipated completion by January 3rd of 2017. Chiller replacements, I know that's exciting to everybody, but it's preparing to advertise bids in October, and some projects getting ready to start. Roberts Middle School, Fulsher High School shell space, Foster High School water plant upgrades, and district-wide access control system. So we've got lots of things in the middle. Any other reports from the board? Dr. Randall, do you have anything?
No, sir, we do not have a report.
We will move to the consent agenda. Ms. Kaminsky asked you we pull item A1, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, B10, B11, B12, B13, B14, B15, B16, B17, B18, B19, we will pull 20 for a wording change, B21, B22, B23, B24, C1, C2, C3, and C4. All right, the only two that have been pulled are A1, I'll do this by exception if that's all right with you, A1 and B20. All right. A1, could I have a motion to approve the state waiver for the Texas Education Agency?
We need a motion to
Motion to-
Didn't I say motion?
consent agenda.
Oh, I jumped right to the next one, didn't I? I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second to that?
Mr. Steenberg. Me, no.
Oh, didn't hear it, sorry. All those in favor, please say aye.
Fingers today.
Aye. Opposed? They carry it. Now we can get to that one. All right. A1, need a motion to approve the submission of a state waiver to the Texas Education Agency.
Make a motion that we approve, or make a motion to consider the approval of to submit a state waiver to the Texas Education Agency.
Do I have a second to that?
I'll second it.
Dan Ziger, discussion?
I have a question.
Yes,
Couple
ma'am.
questions. When we were talking about the teachers, the ratio right now is 1 to 26 with an aide. Is that in every classroom of the kindergartners?
In the kindergarten class, all 5 sections are over 22, yes.
And do they all have an aide right now?
They do not have an aide in the classroom. What we've done is instead of a 6th teacher, because she's looking for the 6th teacher, they're using a substitute to provide support to those classes and full groups as they need it, is my understanding.
So they go to the classroom
rotate
at
to
the
the
request of a teacher?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not for large child staff ratios, especially in kindergarten. I understand because of the volume. It's just not a very conducive learning environment. If we approve this, and it goes to 1 to 26, will that teacher be alone?
Let me clarify. We've added a unit. She is actively searching for a teacher to fill it, to reduce the class sizes, to then take those 5 classes and split them into 6. And the issue is because we're not at 22 to 1, we've applied for the waiver. But if she hires the teacher before the state deadline for the waiver to go in, we will or will not submit the waiver, depending on whether or not she's hired by the time we have to submit to the state. But we need your approval in case we have to.
Okay, so I understand what the goal is, but there should be very little possibility that we are going to go to the 1 to 26. I mean, I guess what I'm questioning, because we're going to approve it, this does not slow down
No, not at
the
all.
effort to get that 6th person.
She is actively pursuing, looking for someone to fill that position, because she knows how important it is to have a lower ratio.
Okay. The HB4, I'm a little bit confused in that their ratio recommendation for a quality pre-K and kindergarten is 1 to 11. Is that going to impact this school?
This is not related to HB4. This is related to the previous 22 to 1 ratio that's required by the state. HB4 is a little bit separate entity.
So it's not going to
It's not
cause a
applicable-
problem with
It's not
this?
applicable to this, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Further questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? None? One?
No.
Ms. Kaminsky's opposed. The motion carries. Next item is item B20. It was worded as discussion. We actually need to have action on this rather than discussion. So we need a motion that we approve the contract with the Anchor Group for the fence construction. Page 132.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second to that.
One second.
Ms. Roberts, any discussion or questions on that? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There are none. Thank you. That completes our,
Well, you need to do the donations.
yes, that completes our action item agendas. Now we'll read the donations. Okay, that's on page 22.
You have an addendum at your seat.
Yes, I managed to bear it down in my book, so I had to find it again. On our donations, Ecolab Foundation donated $2,968 to purchase small readers for the kindergarten team at Adolphus Elementary School. Foster High Athletic Booster Club donated $7,550 to purchase football tunnel for Foster High School. Frost PTO donated $5,546.75 to purchase reading materials and technology at Frost Elementary School. And Reading Junior High PTO donated $5,266 to be used by journalism, PE, and school use at Reading Junior High. So again, thank you very much for those contributions. At this time, I'd also like to have Ms. Danzer read the resolutions that we approved.
All right. First resolution, whereas National Custodial Recognition Day is celebrated throughout the United States on October 2nd, 2016, and whereas Custodial Recognition Day recognizes the importance of a clean, well-kept learning environment, and whereas custodial staff members are valuable members of the educational team on our campuses, and whereas the assistance of custodial staff members is particularly important in the daily activities and operations of a school district, and whereas they serve our educational community by providing their talent and efforts in supporting students and staff, therefore be it resolved that the trustees of the Lamar Consolidated Independent Schools District declare October 3rd through the 7th, 2016 as Custodial Worker Recognition Week in the Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, adopted this 15th day of September 2016 by the Board of Trustees. All right. Next, we have the resolution, whereas the abuse of drugs, tobacco, and alcohol has reached epidemic stages in our nation, and whereas visible, unified efforts at prevention education are the best ways to reduce demand for illegal drugs, and whereas October 23rd through 31st, 2016 has been declared nationwide as Red Ribbon Week, and whereas our community will join with others throughout the nation to demonstrate its commitment to a healthy, drug-free lifestyle by wearing and displaying red ribbons and participating in a drug-free awareness activities during this week-long observance, and whereas Lamar Consolidated Independent School District is committed to a drug-free community and has committed its efforts and resources to a drug abuse prevention education, therefore, the Board of Trustees of Lamar Consolidated Independent School District declares October 23rd through the 31st, 2016 as Red Ribbon Week in Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, and encourages the district staff, students, parents, businesses, and community members to support and participate in a drug prevention activities. Next, resolution, whereas School Bus Safety Week is celebrated throughout the United States during the week of October 17th through the 21st, 2016, and whereas School Bus Safety Week recognizes the importance of transporting students safely to and from school and school activities, and whereas transportation staff members are valuable members of the educational team, and whereas the expert assistance of transportation staff members is especially important in the activities and operations of a school district, and whereas those staff members are diligent in safely transporting our students and staff, therefore be it resolved that the trustees of Lamar Consolidated Independent School District declare October 17th through the 21st, 2016 as School Bus Safety Week in the Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, adopted this 15th day of September 2016 by the Board of Trustees. And last but not least, especially for this, resolution, whereas School Lunch Week is celebrated throughout the United States during the week of October 10th to the 14th in 2016, whereas the National School Lunch Program has served our nation admirably for more than 60 years through advanced practices in nutrition education, and whereas School Lunch Week recognizes the importance of nutritious school lunch program, and whereas food service staff members are a valuable part of our school's educational team, and whereas the assistance of food service staff members is vital in the daily activities and operations of a school district, and whereas they serve our educational community by providing nourishment for students and staff. Therefore, be it resolved that the trustees of the Lamar Consolidated Independent School District declare October 10th through the 14th, 2016 as School Lunch Week in Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, adopted this 15th day of September 2016 by the Board of Trustees.
Thank
And
you.
it's going to be a busy October.
Make sure we get all the ribbons in.
Yeah.
All right. That completes our Action item agenda, we have nothing for closed session, but we do have one motion, I believe, from the closed session from the workshop.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Board of Trustees approve personnel as presented with the addendum.
Get a second to that, please?
I'll second.
Stands there. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? There are none. Do we have any future agenda items for next month to consider? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question about the internal audit as far as the progress of it, if that can be discussed, or why we haven't started.
The bids have been received and evaluated, and we're working toward a contract at this point in time.
Do we have a timeline?
Probably next month.
Okay.
Any other business to bring before this board? If not, I'll declare this meeting adjourned at 7:31.